Nice.
go.
We're going to try this one more time. ITF, Late Night Live, with Nick Castellana.
Late.
And Ethan Jurkowski. How's it going, everybody? We're not sure what happened with the first two streams. It looks like somebody might have reported them, which really isn't cool because this is going to be a really fun live. And I've been looking forward to this for weeks, and I know these guys have too. So we started off talking about the Section 6 championship. So we're going to go back to that again real quick because that was exactly 6 months ago from this past Friday. So it's kind of cool because it was a Friday again, and it was the 6-month anniversary of Lancaster's 4th straight Section 6 championship in football. So let's go back to that night, guys, and just kind of if you want to share some of your memories from how special that night was.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had a live with Steve, Steve Tay from OP a few weeks ago, and we kind of talked about that more in depth. But just to be around the guys I grew up with and been through a lot with was a really cool feeling. Just when it was kind of like all over, said and done with, just being around them and having fun with them after and everything, and just looking back on it and being like, wow, we really did it our senior year. Especially like with Nick, who's every game we'd go in it together, we'd walk out together type deal. It was like maybe a superstition type thing, but just to get it done with the boys that I grew up with was really special for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. But like what we like to call it, it was a movie. It was a movie night. It was great. It was awesome. Obviously, to get it done we've been playing with each other since we were kids. We all grew up with each other. We all went to the same school. It was awesome. I got to play with obviously Ethan. Those guys are brothers to me and lifelong brothers to me. So I'll forever cherish that.
Awesome. And then, like you guys mentioned, you guys have been friends for a while. So it started with your baseball days. So if you guys want to talk about those early memories from playing baseball together, go ahead.
Yeah. So me and Ethan played travel baseball together growing up for the Lancaster Fury. Coach at Syracuse, great guy, great coach, love him. But our friendship really started. When me and Ethan are throwing partners. I don't know. Ethan, you want to tell the story?
Yeah. So our first time that we started really talking, we really met. We knew each other a little bit from school, but when I made the team, we had to practice at New Era, and New Era's lights are real low, whether you know what I mean, and the facility there. So we're on one knee, we're throwing, and the ball, I'm gonna say it got caught up in the light, whatever. I didn't track it well, and it bonked me in the head, and that was kind of a thing we always look back on, even weeks after that, until now we look back on it and laugh. That's how how we met. That was our first conversation. So it's just cool to look back on that with all the memories we made in baseball as well.
Yeah, and then obviously our friendship started to grow. And then later that fall, we played modified football with each other. Came boys between then too. We went to Cooperstown together. That was awesome. Our bunks were right next to each other. We didn't bunk together, but we were right. So we basically
right next to each other.
We did everything with each other growing up, and obviously he's a big hockey guy. I was never into it. I don't know how to skate, so I'll be the first one to say that. So I do not play hockey, but he did his thing there, and then he ended up playing baseball right around that time, right, Righty?
Yeah, around middle school.
Yeah, he continued playing hockey, but yeah, our friendship's still growing to the day. So.
Right.
And for me, baseball was actually my first ever favorite sport. A lot of people know me more for my hockey coverage, obviously, with Icing the Fed. It's kind of in the name. But I still love covering baseball, so I covered some Legion baseball last summer, and that's how I met Nick. And after the first game I covered, he told me that Icing the Fed makes high school Twitter pop, which I really appreciated. And then after the last game of his that I covered last summer, what did you say to me, Nick?
Well, I asked you if you're gonna come out to any Lancaster games, and you just looked at me and were like, "Well, do you guys play Orchard Park?" I kind of looked at her funny. I was like, "Right, you're kidding, right? That's our biggest rival." But now here we are. I don't know. It's crazy. Been to a lot of games now. Lancaster. We played Orchard Park through a lot of games too, so it's funny.
Yeah, and we've talked a little bit about how different things might have been if I, hadn't met Nick last summer and hadn't covered a lot of those football games. And then that led to covering basketball too, which was really, really fun this winter. So, yeah, it's been fun. Back to you guys though. You guys have shared some of your other memories from your friendship growing up, from a basketball tournament to modified football. If you guys want to talk a little bit about those, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like middle school, so like seventh grade we both started playing football, and it was our first years playing football. Both of ours. We didn't play any little league. We had other sports. Nick was big into baseball. I played hockey growing up, like I said before, and I played baseball too, which I didn't really talk much about baseball, but I played baseball with Nick, and so we never played football, but we always wanted to do. So we started playing in seventh grade. We're both running backs at the time, we're just whatever. Nick was a lot bigger than I was back in the day. So I was getting smacked out there. But we made a lot of memories back in modified football, just learning the game together and everything like that. It was definitely, because we both had that same learning experience, starting in seventh grade instead of playing, little league. The basketball tournament, Nick would brush up on this a little bit because Nick was money in the whole tournament. But that was in eighth grade, right, Nick?
Yeah, that was eighth grade. So I mean, I did play a little mod basketball. Wasn't great. But no, there was what was it? Hoops to Heart, right? It was like teams of 4 or 5, and now we were called the Denver Flapjacks.
Yep.
Not sure. That was Ethan's name, I think. And no, but we ended up losing in the semifinals of that tournament. But that was a fun tournament. Ethan was money. We were money. Mike shot. He was at Lancaster at the time. He struggled down low, but we still did all right.
Mike's probably in here too. Shout out Mike Cachet.
Yeah.
That's the boy right there.
We're up to 31 viewers right now, so this is awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in.
So we got the link back out. Hey, we had 2 links that didn't work, but I appreciate everybody in here. We're gonna try to get some questions going too as we're going, and why not? Happy Sunday. Let's go.
Happy Mother's Day too.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day. Shout out, yeah. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
We did start out we tried to start out the show with a video that I will make sure I tweet out later because it was pretty special with these 2 guys and some of their pictures and memories from over the years. And then, up to varsity football, again, talking about your friendship, you guys just told me a little bit about how you guys had the most fun out there. So tell me a little more about that.
Yeah. Obviously, we played on the same side. I was offense. He played a little defense. I never really played defense, but no, we were always cool, collected, and we always like to have a good time. And that's just how we all roll. And that's how our friendship is, and it's showed out on the field. There's pictures, candids out on the field where we're just laughing at each other, goofing around. But no, we like to have fun. So yeah.
I just want to put in real quick that Mike Cachet just commented he is right here and he heard it all, just so you know.
Not on Mike Cachet.
Oh, Mike.
Mikey got put in a tough situation. Hoops were hard. He was our big man at the time. And Mikey right now would be built more like a point guard. But shout out Mike Cachet. It's definitely one of my best friends and someone I love very much. But what were we talking about? We're talking about
football and how you guys had the most fun.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun. So everybody in here, I know we had struggled getting first 2 going, but whoever's watching, yeah, us in football, right? And I try to take this like beyond football, but with our friendship as well. We were always like kind of like a nothing's that serious type of vibe with us. In practice, we would always get it done. We put our head down and go to work, and in big games too, and everything like that. But we always, at the end of the day, we just kind of find something to joke about or laugh at ourselves about and not take it that serious where it's affecting our game that much. And I think Nick and I are really good at that. And it definitely, correlated into our friendship and off the field. And it was, it's a really, really cool thing to have.
Yeah, when times were tough, Ethan was always there, just hit me with that joke, give me laughing in practice always, and home for that. But yeah.
Hey, I see Nick now, by the way.
Oh, good. Yeah, we were having some Skype technical difficulties to start this off too, so now we can all see each other, so that's great. Um, and then going into, senior year varsity football, Ethan, we've talked a little bit about this before, but we'll go back to that. And Nick, if you want to add something to your own take on this, what do you guys wish you'd known going into your senior year, going into varsity football?
Oh, I wish I'd known. That it flies by. I mean, it really flew by, and I wouldn't change anything. We had a great time, awesome. But that don't take anything for granted. Even now, even senior year, I'm not going to play baseball this spring, and it's heartbreaking. But I'm just not taking anything for granted. That's why I probably tell myself going into everything.
Ethan,
Yeah. Similar to what Nick said, I think especially with everything that just happened with our spring and the rest of our senior year, is just enjoy every single moment because you just never ever know when it's going to be over. And it could have happened to us during the football season, whatever. And thankfully it didn't. But I mean, like spring athletes and everything, it's just done, and that's tough. But going into varsity, I really wish I would have known that, just to really soak in every single memory, and maybe sometimes not be as hard on myself, and just have some fun with it a little bit, and have fun with learning the game, and enjoy those Friday nights, because they really are limited. And people tell you that at the time, and you think it's corny, and you're like, oh, whatever, like I got next week, but then it's over, and you're like, yeah, I'm never gonna play again, So.
Yeah.
For everyone who's still got more Friday nights left, enjoy every single one of them, because those are memories you're going to have with your grade for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And then, with that team, with, Lancaster, you guys just had a really special bond this year and for the past 4 years, especially among the seniors on the team. Do you guys want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, our bond, it just grew over time. I mean, obviously playing football with each other, we played since we were little. I mean, 7th grade, but yeah, no, we had a great bond. We always hung out. We always included everyone with anything. We were always that's how we played on the field, and it turned out we followed pretty well. Won the second championship, and yeah.
Yeah, we really had a bond that showed on game situation too. I think we had a bond that was pretty unmatched. Obviously that's a biased opinion, but especially with our senior class, and we included younger people like juniors and sophomores on our team and everything. We just really had this bond that just went beyond sports. We really truly liked being around each other all the time and joking with each other 24/7. And it was just every single minute of practice. There was never like sometimes stuff happens when you're competing and stuff, and there's tension. You're going at it with each other. But in the end of the day, we really did love each other, and that was something that was really special with our team and our school and our grade. Lancaster in general, and this whole senior class.
Yeah, for sure. And then, like you said, you guys ended your senior season with a section championship. Just how special was that? And I know, I think we already said it. I don't remember if we said it on this show or one of our previous attempts, but Nick, you told me it was a movie after you guys won that. You want to elaborate on your comment a little more? And I know, Ethan, you agreed with that when you heard that too.
Yeah, I mean, just looking back on it is really, it's like you guys, everyone watches movies, right? It's a scene from a movie. It's surreal, you just couldn't believe it almost. It was like a great reward, and it was just it was hard work paying off, really, because I mean, I know how much everyone put hard work, and I mean, going through the grades with everyone too, like just everything paying off at the end, our senior year, and winning that championship was definitely awesome and like a movie.
Exactly. No, definitely. It's fair to say it was like a movie, even though it sounds like a crazy thing to say. But in football, you only see, like 5% of like all the work that's put in. You only see like the games, and just being through it all together with the kids on my team, and like Nick, and other sports and other aspects of life, and growing with each other, and then that's what you're working towards. So to win something like that, to keep the tradition going with grades we grew up watching in the past, it was just something really special, because you work so hard. You work so hard for it. You really do. You put in, all the time in the world. You kind of sacrifice some other things, and it's really time consuming. And yeah, so it really did feel like a movie. Just like after, you're like, wow, we actually did that, because you have doubts and everything going into the games, and it was just a really special feeling for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We can take a couple questions now before we move on to our next segment. Zachary Powell just says hi, and then he also asks, who is your inspiration for football?
My inspiration for football, I would say, okay, so Melissa, we talked before about me, my inspirations, why I play, everything like that. I try to play for people, for the ones who couldn't play, and for the ones that couldn't be here, and everything like that. I also play for the ones in like the past who played before. All the alumni and everything at Lancaster. That's like the big thing to keep the tradition going. And I really think we all bought into that tradition and the culture there, and try to make our own mark on Lancaster. So biggest inspiration was probably just playing for the ones who couldn't be here. Definitely, because it's tough not to get motivated like that.
No doubt. Well said. My inspiration, obviously, like I was coming into football. I didn't know much really. I just coming in, I was a big goofy kid growing up, and like when I started getting football, it was like the bonds I made. I played for the guys beside me, like Ethan, all the guys I played. That's what kept me in the game. I mean, I had some ups and downs in my career, and obviously, like just playing with my brothers is just. That's kept me in the game, motivated, inspired.
Perfect. Jared Volker wants to know, where's Coach Mitch?
Where's Coach Mitch? Coach Mitch is at his home right now. He was over here earlier because it's Mother's Day. Yeah, just shout out Coach Mitch.
Mitch.
Yeah, Coach Mitch, that's my brother. He coaches the club hockey team. Also, shout out the club team, because Roll Club. I back those boys 100%. But yeah, Coach Mitch is at his house right now with his fiance Brooke. So yeah, I don't know. He loved the boys though. He loved coaching.
Awesome. Speaking of hockey, first we have a comment from Anthony C. Perino, Coach Tony Perino from Cheektowaga, who just says 2 leaders that are class acts, which I agree with that. And then we have a comment from Maxwell Richter, captain of the Fed hockey team, who says, no school builds better bonds than Lancaster. Do you guys want to talk about that a little bit?
Well said, Max. You're 110%. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you're looking at it from like our standpoint and our high school experience. We were playing sports, and I think the teams at Lancaster, especially when we got in there, just with the culture and tradition, and like I said earlier, like I'm reiterating myself here, but everyone bought into it. So you're kind of expected to win in a lot of sports at Lancaster. So the bonds you make during that is something crazy, because a lot of hard work is put in, and it's that's like the best way to going through tough times together is the best way to create bonds that are going to last a lifetime. I agree with that.
And I think that's why we were so successful. He said it well. I couldn't say any better. That's why we were so successful.
Yeah, I witnessed that too, for sure. At every sport, like, football, you guys had a big student section, basketball, hockey, and, different teams were out there supporting each other, which was always really cool to see.
Shout out the student section.
Question from John Syracuse. Who was the hardest person you ever had to tackle?
John Syracuse.
John.
Marjon Lynch in his backyard. John Syracuse, yeah, he used to play backyard football, and John was a real low to the ground, tough to bring down runner who just didn't go down, and he had a little temper on him and his brother Joe.
Joe was the easiest tackle. He was like Tom Brady. He'd slide right before you'd go to tackle.
No, but don't sleep on Marjon Lynch. That kid could have a football career.
Yeah.
Another question from Jared Volker for Nick. He says, Nick, who's the best soft toss thrower you know?
Definitely not JT. That's Jared. Sorry. JT awful. It's brutal, but now I love him. JT's a good guy. He's gonna have a big future, but you're not a good softball player. I'm sorry, JT.
We have a comment from Jesse Calhoun who says, Mitch better show up or I'm leaving.
Mitch better show up on the live.
Yeah.
Hey, call him up. You have his number. Call him up. Tell him to drive out here.
There you go. All right, moving on. So, in the future for you guys, Nick will be playing baseball next year at NU, and Ethan will be playing football at Edinburgh. And I understand you guys have a few questions for each other about those. So if you guys want to take it away for a little bit, I don't care who goes first. It's up to you guys.
I'll go. So obviously, Ethan, he's going to Edinburgh, right? Just a question for you, E. Do you want to just talk about what you will be majoring in, and talk about that first?
Yeah, I'm going for education to start here. Right now it's history, but I really have been thinking that I would like to be like a guidance counselor or something. I would like to get a minor in business marketing, even though that's not set in stone right now, but that's just something I've been interested in. And I really want to make an impact on people the way that like teachers, coaches, everything have had an impact on me, like a guidance counselor would, Yeah, but I guess the same question back to Nick then, and then I'll ask another one. But what are you majoring in? And
I'll be going into criminal justice. It's my whole life. I want to be a police officer. I have like cousins that are police officers, and it's been my dream my whole life, and what I want to do when I grow up. But for you, obviously, like I can totally see you being obviously a history teacher, guidance counselor, just making an impact on people's life because you obviously made an impact.
I've been saying you could be a cop. I back you.
Yeah, but
I back you.
Another thing, so you're going obviously to play football. You just want to talk about like the positions and like what they got you doing right now. Obviously, you can't like do anything. I mean, obviously with everything going on, you just talking to the coaches like.
Yeah, we've been having Zooms and all that good stuff a couple times a week. I've been talking to Nick, and not a lot of people have talked to me about it, or I haven't talked to a lot of people about it rather. I was brought into college as a defensive back, but I'm playing wide receiver now. That's very new news. So I'm learning to better myself as a wide receiver right now, which is something I'm not used to doing. So it's definitely something that's a challenge for me, but it's kind of fun. And Nick has been a big help, like for real. Like I'd be saying this if we weren't live right now. Nick's been a big help keeping me mentally, strong with it, and keeping my head high, and just getting right to work, and that's what I love doing. But yeah, I've been learning. I'm a student of the game right now, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
How about for you, Nick? Big jump up the college ball now.
Yeah.
What are you doing to prepare for it? How's it going? And
yeah, no. Well, I'm just. I'm trying to stay in the weight room. I got a little makeshift gym down in the basement. I know you do too. I've been trying to do that every day. I'm trying to, like, when it's nice out, I know, geez, it snowed the other day, but I'm trying to go to the field, hit, throw. Now Melissa was walking in the park at Westwood. She saw me throwing and hitting there. And Depew, actually, they leave their gates open, so hopefully there's no Depew people there, but I've been there a lot. But yeah, no, I've been working there, and then yeah.
I don't really got much more to say except more work to be done for the both of us, and look forward to it.
Yeah.
We have a question that kind of goes along. I'm sorry, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I just said excited. Excited for both of us.
Awesome. We have a question here that kind of goes along with both of those from Tony C, who says, how are you guys staying in shape, and what are you doing at home to stay fit?
Nick was just talking about his basement. I got some weights in my basement, trying to stay in shape. I got a little treadmill down there. It's not in the best shape, but I'm still running. I'm running outside a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to receiver now, so it's not like I'm trying to be 200 pounds. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough with Corona for sure. But I'm staying staying positive, keeping my mind right, keeping my body right, eating right, and really working on my mental game with football right now in my hands as well.
No.
Yeah. See if we have any more questions coming in from the comments. Do you guys have anything else to add that I might not have included?
No, I mean for Ethan, obviously, like you're gonna go into college and they want you to be a wide receiver, but obviously keep your options open. I mean, you were recruited as DB, a wide receiver, so I mean, it's what's better than going to the college. Maybe being one or the other. You're more valuable. So obviously,
Appreciate that.
you're more valuable to the team if you can do both, or either or.
Appreciate that. Only up from here, yeah, for both of us. Think we'll be all right. Lancaster got us. Two Lancaster kids. I think we're gonna represent at the next level.
No doubt.
Yeah. We'll wait here a couple minutes. If anybody has more questions, send those in for sure. But thank you guys so much for coming on. Thank you for your patience. We obviously had some technical difficulties to start. And then just, if any more questions come in, we'll go to them. But just in closing, I just wanted to thank you guys for everything. You guys have been super supportive through everything, that I've done and that I've, kind of been through the past few months too. So I really appreciate you guys. Nick, I'm super glad that we met last summer and that it led to covering and everything else. And I mean, Ethan, I knew a little bit through hockey, but then through football and more hockey this year, we got to know each other better. And it was just really, really awesome getting to know both of you guys. And definitely appreciate everything and definitely going to miss you guys a lot.
Yeah, no, thank you. You helped us out a lot, Just like everything media, you've been great, personally too. It's been awesome. It's been a good ride.
Appreciate you and the work you do. You definitely let everybody look at the sports we were playing on the lighter side a little bit. So at the end of some practices, just to be like, all right, let's be a kid for a minute. It was just good to see that and see the side of some of the players from all teams, and we appreciate that for real.
Yeah. Looks like we do have one more question here from Zachary Powell, who wants to know if you guys are making an appearance at the Lancaster camp, if it's still going on.
Still going on, and they allow me to, most definitely. I love to talk to y'all. The Lancaster camp's a great thing. Even if you're not just like a football player, just lessons for life in that camp. Being around a lot of people and coaches from all levels that will teach you, to build you up for life. And that's real. Look at a lot of people who've gone to that camp nowadays. Even if they stopped playing football, even if they weren't playing football, there's some people that went to that camp who were playing different sports like baseball, soccer, sports like that. And that's just a good camp just for any young athlete. But yeah, I look forward to coming back to that camp and maybe talking at some point. But
definitely encourage everyone to go to that camp. It was great. It was great growing up. I mean, we went together.
Yep.
Now we're here. We coached in it, but I don't know if I'll make an appearance, but
we have a comment here from one of your coaches, Sean Brusso. He says, "Proud of you both. Good stuff."
Proud of you both. Shout out Coach Brusso. He's a real one. Really relates to the players. He brings in the mental aspect of football and athletics as a whole. Especially being a high school student, where you got to balance stuff out, and he really cares about his players and whatever position he might be with or anything like that. He really cares about everybody, and it really makes football more fun as a whole. So shout out Coach Brusso for real.
Good. Coach Brusso, love him. Where's the hand sanitizers at, Coach Brusso?
Yeah, I know. We need them. We need them.
You're too soon.
I have another question for you guys too. Just what are throughout your career, your time at Lancaster, what are you guys most thankful for as you're kind of looking back and getting ready to move on?
You want me to start? I'll go. What am I most thankful for is obviously we touched on it earlier, like the friends I've made, like those are lifelong. I will talk to those people to the day I will not be on this earth anymore. Just like those people, I love them, and they're just great people, and I'll probably be thankful for that.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that, not to, just say what Nick said again, but especially with everything that happened with our senior year with it ending short, it just makes you look back and you're like, yeah, I'm really thankful for everyone that I was surrounded with, like my peers, all my friends, people you see day to day and go to work with every day. Just those are memories that really will last a lifetime. So yeah, something for guys like Nick, we've been through so much with not only sports but just life and growing as people together, and it's something that just really tough to put in words. It's something, a bond that can't really be broken just like that. We have so much chemistry, and I have chemistry with other people too, through sports and school. Just something that can't really be taken from us.
Yep.
And you kind of touched on it, but just what are you most thankful for from your friendship with each other?
I'll start. What am I most thankful for? Ethan always just having my back, through thick and thin. We've always been thankful for him. And whenever I needed something, call him and answer. If his phone's working, if his microphone's
working. I have phone problems all the time. And that's real. That's fact. Nick knows me. That's fact. My phone is always broken.
No,
I'm not lying.
Whenever I need something, he's always there. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, definitely. Nick is always, it sounds like we're like dating or something, Nick. No, we got a real good friendship. It's something you don't see a lot. No, Nick's definitely always there. Regardless of what's happened in each other's lives, we could always count on the other person to pick up the phone and talk about anything, even if it's not what's going on, just to get your mind off it. And we always found light in every situation, just knowing that it was some high school stuff going on. And that really made overall high school experience and everything a lot better. And obviously I'm thankful for that. So, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then I think this is my last question. We'll see if any more come in the comments or if, we think of anything else. But
questions going in the comments if you're here.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given that you want to pass along to others?
Yeah. I was thinking about this, but it's tough to, I don't have like an exact quote from like a certain person or anything. But I've always been told it by a lot of people, and I kind of said it earlier with maybe past players telling me like enjoy every moment. But it really is, with what my experience has been so far in high school, you just really never know when it's going to be over. So every single little thing in life, at least that I've experienced, I just always try to look at it like, it could be the last time I experience this. So for people in the past, I don't have an exact person who told me some quote that changed, shook me or whatever. But it would be just enjoy all the little things, be positive, love everybody, because, you never know when something can happen and it just could be over like that. That's probably the biggest thing that I try to live by.
Yeah, no doubt. Mine's probably, I was just thinking, it's probably like if you get knocked down 9 times, get up 10, if it's minor or major, anything going through in life, you always got to get up, get back out there, keep doing the thing, and you're going to get knocked down a bunch of times through your life. It's just how you respond to it. And I've learned that through a lot of sports in Lancaster too, and I thank everyone for that too. But yeah, definitely just if you get knocked down 9 times, get up 10.
That's a good one too. And how we said you got to respond to it. That was a big thing. And he said Lancaster sports. That was a big thing in Lancaster sports. It's it's not if adversity hits, it's when and how you respond to it, and that's going to be the outcome. So that's another thing I live by outside of sports.
Love it. And I guess, yeah, did you guys have any closing thoughts before we go here?
It's been fun. Thank you guys for
that. Thank you for 3 times here. We tried a couple before this, but thank you for being patient, everyone who stayed in here, and for people coming up. I mean, this is a wrap for me. Y'all, you don't gotta see me anymore with this hat on. Thanks for everyone for tuning in the past couple lives, but for people coming up in high school and maybe younger, enjoy it while you can, because we're moving on now. It sounds crazy that we're going on to college, but I feel like I thought I was ready for it, and then high school was just over like that, and then boom. So just really live out every moment. Any younger people watching this, and enjoy it with surround yourself with people who bring you up always, and don't worry about things that aren't that serious. It's high school. Be a kid.
No doubt. Just everyone live it like live every day like it's your last. it's kind of how we had to do it with high school, and we unfortunately didn't know when our last day was. So it already
You
happened.
talk about that, a whole nother life. A whole nother life.
Maybe we will have to do another one then. All right. I think that we have Jeffrey Burgess says good luck in college. Just one last comment here. Tony C says best of luck to two great friends, and yeah, I just want to say good luck to you guys too. I'll keep track of everything. I'm definitely gonna make it down to some Edinburgh football games and make it up to some Niagara baseball games, and I'm excited for those. And if we have baseball this summer, that's where I'm going to be living, is at the Baseball Diamonds. So I'm sure I will see you guys soon.